Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is having a good week so far, and it's wonderful to be with you for our weekly update. And this week, we're going to start on an area of great success for our city, an area where we are making great progress, but we know we still have more to do, and so we're going to continue to do more and do it faster. And that is in the area of the Critical Infrastructure Task Force. And I'm joined today by some members of that Critical Infrastructure Task Force that we put together last October, a public-private partnership designed to respond to the outbreak of copper wire theft that was going on in Louisville and we know elsewhere around the country. Copper wire thieves have targeted streetlights, communications infrastructure, and other things here in and around Louisville. Copper theft has caused millions of dollars in damages, and it can affect our critical infrastructure, including phone service and 911 calls. It can also create safety hazards for drivers, pedestrians, and neighborhoods, which become more vulnerable to other types of crime when street lights are out as a result of copper wire theft. So we took action, and I'm proud to say that progress is being made. Progress in enforcement, progress with new legislation, progress with new technology that is helping to prevent this from happening, and progress with communication so our community knows what we're doing and how they can help. I want to run through some of that progress in more detail. First, our progress on enforcement. This year, LMPD has announced several investigations and arrests for copper wire thieves who have been caught and apprehended for what they have done around the city. We've made progress in technology, and now we have a new system called the tamper system that can detect and alert police to thefts as they are happening so that we can catch criminals quicker when they try to steal copper wire. We've also added more cameras at key locations where we've been susceptible to copper wire in the past to prevent copper wire theft from continuing to happen. And this past spring, the state legislature passed a new law that makes it a felony to disrupt critical infrastructure while stealing copper wire. And I also want to give a thanks to Councilman Kramer and Councilman Winkler, who have co-sponsored an ordinance here in Metro Council that will provide additional support to these efforts to deter and detain copper wire thefts. That ordinance is making its way through Metro Council right now, and we hope that following their break with some amendments to that ordinance, that will pass. So with these additional tools in our tool belt, and with the partnerships that we've been made who are represented here today, we are confident that this positive momentum will continue. But as we move forward, we want to make sure that we have the public's help. We need people from all across the community to help us on this effort to keep our community safe, engaged, and prevent even more copper wire theft. So today I'm proud that we're launching a new public awareness campaign that has been led by my colleagues on the Critical Infrastructure Task Force to encourage the public to keep sending us tips as they already have. We all know that preventing copper theft enhances public safety. So please, if you see something, say something, and you can call Crime Stoppers if you have a tip. That's 502-582-CLUE. Again, Crime Stoppers is 582-CLUE. And qualified tips can get up to a $5,000 reward. And you'll be supporting our work to make your neighborhood safer, your neighborhood stronger, and your neighborhood healthier. So please, if you see something, say something and let us know. I want to thank all of our partners on the Critical Infrastructure Task Force, including AT&T. Carlos is here today. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, thank you very much. Spectrum and others for their pledges to help with this infrastructure task force and to make cash rewards possible that are leading to a lot of this information. Along with these partners, I want to thank other partners as well. The Attorney General of Kentucky, the Commonwealth's Attorney, the County Attorney, Metro Council, as I mentioned, LMPD, who you'll hear from in a moment, ABC, and other law enforcement agencies, along with some other private sector partners like LG&E, the secondary metal recyclers, and others who have worked hard to prevent and catch copper wire thefts. We will continue to catch them, we will continue to prosecute them, and hold them accountable to stop these actions. And finally, I want to thank Outfront and TARC for donating media space that is helping us get the word out to the community to engage even more people in this effort. This is another way that we are stepping out, working in partnership with the private sector, with state and local and federal partners, all working together to prevent crime from happening in our community. I'm excited about the progress that we have made, and I'm even more excited about the continued progress that we will continue to make with the strength of this task force and the strength of our other partners. So now, here to hear a little bit more about what has been going on, I'd like to welcome LMPD Deputy Chief Ryan Bates.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The LMPD just wants to kind of reiterate what the things that the mayor was hitting on, that mental theft is just not about the damage. It creates a lot of damage. It can attack our infrastructure. It also can affect people's broadband. And this is kind of a drain on some of the resources that, as far as, the time we're working on that is time we could also be spending patrolling your neighborhoods. Things that we have done, we've put tamper systems on a lot of the highway infrastructure so that our officers are alerted and can respond quickly and promptly while this theft is in process, so we can catch people committing these crimes. We would like to thank the task force for the increased collaboration and communication amongst all the people that are affected so we can get our police services out there quicker. And once again, we'd also like to reiterate, please contact any type of information you have to 582-CLUE or 574-LMPD. And like I said, the enhanced collaboration and cooperation that we've got from the agencies has been amazing. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Bates. I would like to give two final shout outs to two of my deputy mayors who have really helped lead this effort from my office. Deputy Mayor David James and Deputy Mayor Nicole George. Thank you all very much for your leadership. Your work, our partners' work, is truly making progress. We have positive momentum in this area, and we will continue to move forward. So to everyone on the task force, thank you all very much. We greatly appreciate it. Well, and we're happy to take questions about that at the end of our remarks here this morning. But thank you guys very much. We'll switch topics onto the next topic. Thank you. We're going to be joined by a few more folks from our Office of Sustainability that are coming up now, because we want to acknowledge an important movement that's happening in Louisville and across the country. And it's called Plastic Free July. Sustainability is one of our great responsibilities as a community and as a city government. And one critical issue that deserves our attention is the impact of plastic pollution on our health and in our streets and in our green spaces and in our waterways. On average, over 87,000 tons of plastic a year is collected in Louisville, most of which ends up in a landfill. Again, 87,000 tons of plastic. That's a big problem here. It's a big problem around the world. Plastic pollution has reached alarming levels. It's hurt our waterways, our public health, and it's in our food chain. And the good news is that everyone can be a part of the solution. Just as you can help out to prevent copper wire theft, you too can help us with this as well. We're joined here today by Councilwoman Betsy Rui. Thank you, Betsy, for joining us. And also, we were going to be joined by Councilman Khalil Batchan, who was unable to make it today. And I want to thank you all, the two of you, for sponsoring a Metro Council resolution that is aimed at reducing single-use plastics throughout Louisville. And also, your leadership on Metro Council Parks and Sustainability is also deeply appreciated. Thank you all very much. And each of us, individuals and organizations that we're a part of, can start making conscious choices to reduce the use of plastic products, especially single-use disposable products. I know that Rachel and I, when we go to the grocery store, we use canvas bags. People can also use travel mugs that I bring my protein drink to every day when I come to work. There are many ways, little ways, that we can each do our own bit to help in this effort. And so this month, we want to challenge everyone in the community to take that next step, to take a small step, to take a big step, to end plastic pollution by taking action. First, we want to encourage people to swap out and start using disposable products. Sorry, let me say that again. I messed that one up. We want people to encourage people to start using reusable products instead of disposable products. And please, and to have some fun with it, take a selfie with yourself using a reusable product and tag it at Sustain Louisville for a chance to win a travel mug that we have from the Office of Sustainability. Secondly, we invite you to join us at a screening of the documentary We're All Plastic People Now on Thursday, July 24th at Trellis Brewing, hosted by Beyond Plastics Louisville, in partnership with my colleagues here in our Office of Sustainability. Trellis Brewing has generously pledged $1 for every beverage purchased that evening to benefit the Kentucky Waterways Alliance, an organization that's committed to protecting, restoring, and celebrating Kentucky's waterways. So I think these are just a few of the ways that you all can help get engaged to help reduce the amount of plastic that is impacting our world. So I challenge everyone to think about how you use single-use plastics and see if there's a way to make a difference. Together, we can make our city healthier, greener, and safer for generations to come. And with that, I would like to introduce the Executive Director of my Office of Sustainability, Sumedha Rao, to share a little bit more about this important movement. Sumedha?
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg, for your continued support and for championing sustainability. We really appreciate it. I'm Sumedha Rao, and I have the honor of serving as the Executive Director for the Mayor's Office of Sustainability. And one of the most rewarding things about my role is that I get to work with students like our intern, Mia Trinan, who's here with us this summer, with colleagues like everybody from the Office of Sustainability who's standing here today, as well as our colleagues from Solid Waste Management Services, who leads on education and recycling efforts, as well as businesses, policymakers, and industries across the city, to talk about not how we're all part of the sustainability crisis, but also how that means we're all part of the solution. As in my role, I hear a lot about how Louisvillians are really concerned about the plastic pollution crisis, whether it's the visible litter that we see in our beloved parks, or whether it's the invisible effects of microplastics and PFAS pollution that is in everything, including the deepest parts of the ocean to our bloodstream and breast milk. It's an issue that's on everybody's minds. But the impact of Plastic Free July is that we want to make this issue accessible for people. We don't want people to feel daunted by the issue, but know that any effort that you can take counts, and that every individual and organization can do something about this. One of my favorite things to do is when I go to grocery stores, I like to try to pick items that are either unpackaged or packaged in plastic or glass. That's a good way to reduce plastics. And it's also has the added benefit of steering me away from the candy aisle, which is always a plus. So really thank everybody for your participation in the campaign this month. We look forward to seeing the actions that everybody's taking. And thank you again for your interest in this issue. And I look forward to working together with you on this. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Sumedha. Thanks to everyone with the Office of Sustainability. Thank you, Councilman Rui, for joining us here today. Thank you guys very much. All right. And finally, I just want to give a little brief announcement about some of the exciting things that are happening around our city for the 4th of July weekend this weekend. We hope that everyone has a safe and healthy and fun celebration for the 4th of July. And there are lots of things that are going on around our city. I encourage you to follow my social media channels for a full list of all of the activities we're aware of that's happening. But those include Thursday night, if you're interested in fireworks, the Louisville Bats, following their baseball game, are having fireworks. On Friday, please join us at the waterfront for a great community celebration. There's going to be a great talent show, lots of family fun at the waterfront, and fireworks, of course. Also, Paristown is having a 4th of July celebration on Friday. And then on Saturday night at Riverview Park in the southwestern part of our city, There's another great celebration and music and fireworks as well that the city is sponsoring at Riverview Park, the one on Waterfront as well. So I hope everyone has a safe, healthy, and happy July 4th long weekend. And we've got so much positive momentum and exciting things going on that we are going to keep working right through it. But I hope people around the city have a chance to take a break and celebrate our nation's Independence Day. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions from members of the media.
Mayor, I want to ask about Nulu. Specifically, it seemed there was a letter sent out from the Business Association basically saying they would like to see more police presence, and the deputy chief might want to weigh in on this. They actually, I believe, said that they've hired some of their own patrol and security. Can you speak on that specifically in the broader issue that we've seen?
Sure. The question was about some of the things that have happened in Nulu over this past weekend and what our response is. We've been in very close contact with business owners in Nulu through the weekend. Yesterday, the chief, myself, the chief of LMPD, Alcohol, Beverage and Control, ABC, and we will all be meeting with business owners tomorrow in Louisville. And we have a plan to continue to take action in there to ensure that everyone can enjoy themselves safely in that neighborhood and in every neighborhood in our entire city. We will have an enhanced LMPD presence in Nulu as we move forward, just as we have taken action in other parts of the city where that is needed with an enhanced LMPD presence. There'll be a more visible presence of officers there, and we want to encourage people to enjoy themselves in neighborhoods like Nulu, a wonderful, thriving neighborhood that is built for hospitality. But at the same time, there are rules that must be followed. There are rules that must be followed by the establishments there. And so if there are any bars that are breaking the rules or violating noise ordinances, we will take more aggressive action. And also for individuals that are enjoying themselves, they need to enjoy themselves inside the bars and restaurants. They are not allowed. You are not allowed to drink on the streets. You're not allowed to drink on the sidewalks in Louisville when you're on public property. You are not allowed to block traffic, whether you're drinking or not. And so LMPD and others, we will be taking action to enforce that so everyone can enjoy themselves safely in Nulu and every other neighborhood. And so we are meeting with the business owners. We've been in contact with them every day. We're meeting with them tomorrow, and we will share more of our plans with them.
Do you have any reason to believe that businesses in Nulu are playing a role in this? I mean, you brought them up. I know we're talking about Morristown Road too in the past. I mean, are we specifically talking about any things that businesses in Nulu are doing to contribute?
I think the question was, are there businesses in Nulu that are contributing? I think there might be. Let me be clear. There might be one or two businesses, but for the most part, the businesses in Nulu are all following the rules as far as we know. We thank them for following the rules. They've been very cooperative with ABC, with LMPD. They've given us information. They've cooperated with us to help address any concerns that they have. So this does not appear to be an issue where folks are not violating the rules, except in one or two instances. We will address those one or two instances. But again, we want people to enjoy themselves. That's what hospitality neighborhoods like Nulu are about. But there are places where you can do that and where you can't. You are not permitted to drink alcoholic beverages in public outside. You are not allowed to block the street. You are not allowed to block the sidewalk. And we will ensure that does not happen as we move forward.
What are these couple businesses doing?
I'm not going to get into details about that right now, but there is at least one bar, we believe, where there are some problems. We're in conversations with that bar. We have made it clear that there are some issues that they need to be dealt with, or we will take aggressive action.
Creating an entertainment district would help solve some of these problems. And where do you stand on, where does the city stand right now?
So there has recently been the question was about creating an entertainment district. There was recently a proposal to create a downtown entertainment district that would include most of the heart of the central business district going east to Nulu. We have pushed pause on that for right now. Given some of what we have been dealing with, we want to make sure that we have enough manpower to ensure that when we do create that safety is paramount and that there are enough officers in the evening, ABC and LMPD, to support any type of entertainment district. in the formalized form that we were talking about doing. So we've pushed pause on that for right now. We're going to continue to focus on public safety, whether it's Nulu, Bardstown Road, the waterfront, any neighborhood. We want to ensure people can enjoy themselves, but do it safely.
And is this one group of people that's been doing this, or is it, I asked the deputy chief this last week, who's doing this? Who are organizing? Are they being organized by certain groups of people? These street takeovers, these large gatherings?
Well, it appears to me to be a younger group of people, so in terms of how they organize themselves each time, I don't have that answer for you right now to provide, but it really doesn't matter when there are hundreds and hundreds of people that are drinking in public areas in the middle of the night. That is not permitted, that is not safe, and we will not allow that.
How much of a strain is this putting on LMPD staff? Because you have already some stationed by the waterfront, we know why there. You got Bardstown Road, now you have this. I mean, how much of an issue is that, stretching the department thin to sort of prevent these?
Yeah, the question was about how is this stretching LMPD. We are very fortunate to have a dedicated group of 1,000+ officers at LMPD that are committed to public safety, and we have individuals that are volunteering to work overtime to ensure that on the weekends when people are most out and about, that we have the ample number of officers that we need to address these situations. But again, once again, we really want to encourage people. Last week, I joined 33 recruits of the new LMPD class, a great team that is joining one of the largest recruiting classes we have had, if not the largest recruiting class that we've had in years. There are wonderful opportunities to join the LMPD team with great benefits, great leadership, great opportunities for a career to make a difference, and I want to encourage people to join.
Okay, why?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I wasn't looking at it.
So quick question, one more question about Nulu from me at least. We got word that a lot of businesses have been asked to close down a little bit earlier, like around 10 or so by Mayor's office and ABCF. Where you can confirm that or not?
There were some conversations about that, whether that request has gone out yet or not. I'm going to wait until after our meeting with the business owners tomorrow to comment about that. Again, we're looking at all different options. A lot of it involves, law enforcement, but there are other things as well, like enforcing the noise ordinance. If people are parked illegally, we will tow or cite cars as well. But the goal is to disperse, if crowds start to congregate in an unsafe way, to disperse them before that happens. Yes.
What's your message to people who want to go to Waterfront Park this weekend and go to the fireworks and families and that kind of stuff? Should they feel safe? Should they be on edge?
My message to families all across Louisville is join me, join my wife, join my family at Waterfront Park this weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July celebration. We have law enforcement that is out and about all across the city to ensure that people are safe. There's great festivities planned in Waterfront. There are great festivities planned at Paristown. There are great festivities planned at Riverview Park. And we really want people to enjoy themselves. We are prepared for that, and we hope people enjoy themselves in a safe fashion. Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.